But we could talk about Vultures.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna pull up my notes. I just listened to it, so I'm still processing.
Right. I listened to it again.
And a lot of people were hating on that album.
What? Okay, it's the number one album in like literally 100 countries. Mm-hmm. Everyone loves it. It's actually kind of like undeniable. I read like the Pitchfork review and like skim the Rolling Stones because I don't care about music criticism. And like even they kind of can't say it's not good, but they like make some critique that it's like hollow or something, you know.
It's faux transgressive or like pseudo transgressive or whatever.
But I want to talk firstly about the Vultures like logo.
Okay.
Which is looks like the Albanian flag.
It looks like what?
The Albanian flag.
Okay.
And Kanye West before, like maybe a month ago, he like went live and went on like a long rant where he was wearing what looked like a Albanian flag t-shirt, but which I guess is actually like part of the Vultures concept. So this brings me to like, you know, a theory that I don't like to talk about.
He's been got by the Albanian mob.
I'm deferential to the Albanian mob.
The Dua Lipa, BB Reha, whatever, lobby.
I don't know. All I know is like I love Albania.
I don't love those hoes.
It's a great flag.
They do have a good flag.
It's a really sick flag. It's one of the best.
Yeah, I'll give credit where it's due. But what's your theory?
Well, yeah, that he's, I don't know, hanging with the Albanians.
he's being extorted by Albanians.
Not extorted, no. I think, I don't know, that they do have some influence in the music industry. Based on nothing. Based on my paranoid schizo
well,
ideas.
They do. There's a lot of pop stars that are Albanian.
Makes you think.
And there was that whole conspiracy theory that they were doing drug smuggling and money laundering for the Albanian mob.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem too far-fetched. I'm not particularly interested in it, but
I just forget about it and then... But Kanye doesn't really mention... The album's not really Albanian in any way. But I did buy some of the merch because I do think it's extremely sick.
I'm going to look into this.
It's just like the crest with like the two birds, the vultures.
And the cover of the album is like him fully clothed and his wife scantily clad.
Yeah.
I have a theory about this album, which is that it's very optimistic and almost manic. He's like going through a manic episode. He's just like me for real.
Yeah.
And it's the work of a man in love.
He is saying...
He sounds like
he posts about his wife a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like he's having a lot of sex.
He's definitely like... Well, he's having sex, I think, but he's also like... The album's very like gooned out. I think it's really like everything about it, and even the way like it loops and stuff is very... And even Raffman's Vultures video, which was extremely sick, but because it was made with AI, it also has this like looping, very like goon cave effect. And the whole album has that vibe, because Kanye's not merely a man who has sex, you know, he like has very sophisticated, I think, like sexual proclivities.
He's so addled and desensitized he can't come and has to like jerk off on your face.
He's porn sick.
Type, yeah.
He's 100% porn sick. He's like admitted it and talked about it before.
There's a lot of men like that walking around, yeah.
And especially at his level of like power and influence and like just sexual depravity, like.
And he's very conflicted. He's like toggling between his porn sickness and his hatred of women, and this like doting, devouring mother thing, and Bianca being the patriarch of a family. That line, I forgot what song it was in. Oh, in Talking, his anxiety over parenting, like how he says his daughter's doing all the shit he was doing when he was her age, and he doesn't know what to think of it and what to do about it.
Talking, I love. That was the first song I heard because he leaked an early version of the album. Maddie and I really disagree on this. She thinks Northy's flow isn't good, but I think it's adorable.
Yeah.
We're going to take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westie.
Was that a Mike Tyson soundbite? That was like, no doubt he has some mental fucking issues, but most leaders do. He has the delusional issue. That was Mike Tyson, like talking in his lisp.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think so, right?
I don't know. I know that I don't want no problems where you don't want no problems where that's like from some like cheerleader yelling on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Mike Tyson is my dream guest for the podcast.
Wow.
I think that he's a literal genius. Like, actually.
Watch Adam Friedland swoop him.
Yeah, he's gonna...
Don't give him any ideas.
Adam Friedland, I will hate crime you. And I love the subtle Wu-Tang homage.
Not so subtle, yeah.
And Can It All Be So Simple, where it's like the sample of the original song. I love the Back That Ass Up sample.
I thought of you, yeah. I was like, she's gonna like this.
I'm a hip hop historian.
Anna's a hip hop historian.
I love how nerdy rap music is.
Yeah. It's like a perfect, I mean, I'm not a hip hop historian, but I am kind of a ride or die Kanye West fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so this album
does not understand that I only listen to like Keith Sweat and Luther Vandross. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I literally have the same music taste and fashion sense as George Floyd. It's not my fault. I'm East Coast. But it's cute like how nerdy Kanye is about that shit.
He's a genius. He's a genius and a retard. He's both. And sometimes it takes a retard to be a genius. Mm-hmm. And I think, yeah, his mental health is declining, but it's making him stronger as an artist. Mm-hmm. And that's the most important thing, really.
Yeah, for sure.
And he does seem relatively happy with Bianca, even though he's... Yeah, you're like, uh-huh. Even though he's clearly in a dark place. Like, the album's very dark.
I mean, he's always in a dark place.
That's not true.
He for the last several years.
Well, he's been in a dark place ever since the Kardashians put that Armenian curse on him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he's just like a heavy and tragic figure.
He's bipolar. As he says in King,
yeah.
He's crazy, bipolar, anti-Semitic, and he's still the king. And he's still the king.
We was kings.
He's like, I don't know. I'm very pleased with Vultures because I really thought they were gonna like lobotomize him.
Yeah,
you know, like he was really off the rails.
Well, I'm happy that he came out with something.
He's working.
Rose like a phoenix from the
ashes. He's working, and the songs are good and they're well produced, and they're like, I texted you. I thought there were like some clunkers. I still kind of think there are.
Well, what are your favorite and least favorite tracks?
So, well, I love Vultures, but that's partly because it's like the mind control started running on me because I watched the Raffin videos so many times.
Okay.
Carnival, I think, is super dope. Mm-hmm. That's the one with like the English like football chanting sample. That one is sick. I think Paperwork is awesome. Mm-hmm. I really like dancing to that one.
I like whichever one is the one about the beautiful
butt naked women. Don't Fall from the Sky, you know. I do like the song with Northie. Mm-hmm. I like Burn. That one feels the most like personal and the most like kind of like a BPD anthem. I like on Problematic when he says, "How dare you have another boop in your house eating Papa John's?" Another thing Kanye's been on about in the video where he's wearing the like Albanian crest. And then he brought it up again in like a TMZ. They like ambushed him at the airport. He keeps talking about how they made the Twix double the size to make us fat. And like, spot the lie. I like the song where he says, "Hit it from the back," and then yells "whore" really angrily. That's very real to me. Mm-hmm. I feel like men do feel like that.
I like the lyric that's about, she takes it up the ass like a ventriloquist.
I think that's on Carnival.
Which is wrong.
Go say more.
well, it's like technically incorrect, right? Because he's the ventriloquist and she's the dummy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of you can't nitpick.
It reminds me of like when JC, I forgot what song this was on. It was like on a Lil Wayne song. He calls a Molotov cocktail a Molotel cocktail.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
That annoyed me.
I'm just invested in Kanye as like an artist.
Me too. I think like the last semi-contemporary rap song I listened to was like Throw Some Mo by Ray Sremmurd.
Yeah. It's not about...
He has charisma.
Like, Kanye's not really a good rapper.
No, Kanye... Okay, see, Eli says this too. He was like, well, he's not like as good as Lil Wayne or something like that. But he like has some good references and good associations because he has that like Gemini flow.
No, he's talented.
We're so lame and white.
I know. He's talented. But I think he's just a really good producer. That Pope, like the weird papal stuff, it makes no sense. I love it. He says the Pope, like the leader of the Vatican, can he do it again? It's so sick, dude.